Remember before the election, the Democrats said, boo, the Republicans are haters, prone to violence. They're going to do retaliation on a political opponent. That was never true. Still isn't true. And we said that it would be bore out by if Trump won, the violence would come from the left. Here's the first unfortunate news of that from Doocy at Fox. Welcome to the Doug TenNapel channel. Thank you guys for watching.
Last night and this morning, several of President Trump's cabinet nominees and administration appointees were targeted in violent, un-American threats to their lives and those who live with them. These attacks ranged from bomb threats to swatting.
Now, swatting is when you pretend to be, say, you know, the good guy. You pretend there's someone in your house threatening violence against you. So the SWAT team comes and breaks your door down. And there can be, you know, problems with that. But the goal is to get the SWAT teams to go after, purely through a lie, to get them to go after these nominees. Does.
And just as we were coming to air, we learned who at least one of these Trump appointees, or rather Trump nominees, who received one of these threats last night. It was Elise Stefanik, who President Trump wants confirmed by the Senate to be the ambassador to the United Nations.
Elise Stefanik is a Jew, and I know that another one of the names is Zeldin out of New York, who's also a Jew. And we also found out that at least one of the threats had associated with it pro-Palestinian propaganda. So this is a political threat. This is political abuse of Republicans by a leftist, a Democrat of some kind, and this is what they do. They've always been radical. This goes back to the 60s. They're the ones who went and committed violence on campuses. I mean, Black Lives Matter. You know, they have the track record. Our side on the right only has a whole bunch of trespassers on January 6th, 2020.
Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, her husband, and their 3-year-old son were driving home to Saratoga County from Washington for Thanksgiving when they were informed of a bomb threat to their residence.
I think the thing that bugs me most is that these are innocent people, and they specifically, when you go after someone's residence, you're going after their family. Once again, Democrats being anti-family, this is not a big surprise to those of us on the right, but for all of the media that went blanketing wall to wall about Charlottesville and Trump's followers are going to be, you know, he incites them to violence, Adam Schiff said. Who gets blamed for inciting the left to violence against Trump's picks? Who did that? What party said that he was a fascist and that these people were helping him pull off something terrible on America? And what media carried that everywhere? Democrats.
That the director of the CIA nominee, John Ratcliffe, and Pete Hegseth, the DOD nominee, were among those targeted too. Keep in mind, these are all private citizens right now who are up for big jobs in the future.
And that's why they're getting at them now before they get appointed, because they don't have a police and security detail yet. Later, when they get their jobs, they'll get the normal coverage. But right now, they're especially vulnerable, and these leftists know that.
Once somebody takes over the Defense Department, say, they would have Pentagon police. Once somebody takes over the CIA, they would have CIA police. But right now, they are private citizens living in their homes preparing for confirmation hearings. So they don't have security details per se to deal with something like a swatting incident.
And that's one reason why I'm putting this video out, is so that you'll pray for these people, not just for Trump's administration, but to pray for our leaders and our politicians. And if you guys, as you guys know, if you've listened to me for a while back, I've even had us pray for Joe Biden's protection.
President Biden is vacationing in Nantucket at the moment. We don't know if he has been briefed yet.
And we don't know, even if he has been briefed, if he even is conscious enough to understand what is happening. I'm Doug in exile.